Hey everybody, it's Jean-Marie. I'm going to do another Valentine inspired necklace today. Again, I'm using copper, but I'm using red this time. I got this pretty little red heart. I'm going to add a few little leaves to it. I'm going to try to make a set if I have time. Bracelet, earrings, and necklace. They're all pretty simple to make, so it shouldn't take me too awfully long to make them. So I think I can squeeze them all in. I have a pretty good assortment of stuff here. I have my chain, the red beads that I want to use. These are a crackled agate dyed red. I have these pretty little copper beads that came from one of our past bargain bead boxes. My toggle, some jump rings, I think these ones are 4mm copper beads. Some bead caps, also from the bargain bead box. They were a number 14 item at one time in our box. These were a number 12 little spacer beads. These I don't know where I got, probably Amazon. Generally, if it's not bargain bead box, it's Amazon. Some parawire, 24 gauge, copper. Selection of, again, these were all bargain bead box. Selection of pins. Some beading wire, beading string, beading wire, what do you want to call it? Tiger tail. This is a nice little copper color. It came in my pack of 10 that I got through Amazon. Chain that was from the bargain bead box. And I think that's pretty much everything. I do have the idea for this basically laid out, so it shouldn't be too awfully hard putting it together. Our normal tools, and I don't seem to know where my cutters went. Of course, I will need to grab those real quick because I left them on the other side of the room. I know everybody's probably getting a little burnt out on the 4th of July. 4th of July. Sure, rush things a bit, Char. Valentine's Day stuff, but you know, it is coming, so this might be my last Valentine's. I am kind of thinking I might want to do a red and pink blitz, so I don't know. Stay tuned for that. It might happen this week. Just plain old red and pink blitz, and just grab everything I've got red and pink and just play, like do all earrings or all bracelets, or I don't know. Haven't quite figured it out yet, but that's a thought in my mind before my new box comes, and then we're off to other things. Alrighty. The wiring is going to be used for the leaves, and I'm going to pull off 6 to 8 inches should be more than enough. And that is just so we can wire wrap that leaf. And I am not by any means great at this. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way first just to get everything kind of cleared up. Set off to the side. And let me see. Move those back. Move those over. There we go. Get the chain out of the way. There we go. Gives me a little room to work without too much stuff underneath it. So it's just going to be a simple briolette style wrap. I am not great at them. There are many people out there that can do them very well. So if you want to watch somebody else do it, that's, you know, totally understandable. But generally all I do is bring it up to a little pinch at the top so that it's, you know, so both wires are kind of coming out the top like that. And then I take the shorter one and just start twisting it. I only do a couple because the other one's going to come down to meet it. And then I just kind of pull it down as best I can and get it nice and tight. So it looks like this. And again, there's plenty of people out there doing these in their tutorials that I'm sure, do a fantastic job and would probably be well worth watching. And then all I'm going to do is do the normal up and over around my pliers. Get everything all lined up. And there you have it. Just need to cut it off and tuck it. I do want to cut it on the same side as the one I've already cut. So that will be the back. There we go. That was way more wire than I needed, obviously. And just tuck and roll everything. And that's essentially a briolet wrap. Oh, not too bad. That's okay. I can live with it. And then on my little heart itself, I want a ball head pin. I know I have some here. There we go. It's about the crookedest ball head pin. Look at that thing. Oh man, that is so wonky. You never know how they're going to come, that's for sure. So just push it up through it. And again with my round nose. Up and over. Rotate. Bring it around. And this one I'm going to try to hold in my pliers a little bit because the heart and stuff is going to spin. Use my other pliers, but generally I end up losing it when I try it this way. Yeah, it's going to happen again. I'll just use my fingers to twist it. Gets hung up on that curve of the heart. There we go. Worked a little better just using my fingers. They are good for something. And again, just give that a tuck. Get these two pieces like this. Alright, now I want them to hang not at the same length, kind of this down a little bit from this on, if I can lay it out, show you, two pieces of chain that will kind of like that. So I'm going to cut off, I'm going to cut, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that looks good right there, and I'd say that's, I'm going to count it again for you, but I'd say that's about 18 links, and this is very small chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 links. So, again, I'm not going to hang them at the same height. Something like that. And I'm going to use a small jump ring because I didn't wire wrap those to the ends of my chain, and this, I don't think these links open. Let me check. Maybe they do. If they open, I can just open them. No, they don't. They're closed. If I had thought, before I did that, which I did not do, I would have just wire wrapped right to the ends of the chain, but I do need to trim these jump rings back a bit. So I'm just going to add my heart to one end, and my leaf to one end. We don't want it to go easy, right? Doesn't seem to want to get past that tool. I have this problem a lot, trying to get things past the tool when I'm using it to hold a jump ring. There. Alright. So they're going to hang like, kind of like this. So I'm going to say this one right here-ish. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one up from the leaf is where I'm going to add the next jump ring, which will be to be added to the stringing. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I gotta take it out of frame for a minute. I gotta pull it closer to me to see it. There we go. There's that. I lost my heart, so evidently I didn't have that one closed well. Make sure you close your jump rings well. There we go. This is what we've got so far, which I think is kind of cute, a little different. And this piece is just simple stringing on bead wire. If I can get it off there. I'm going to take off about a foot length. It's all going to unspool on me. Tie a knot on one end. And then just bead these on. I do have my bead caps here for these too. So I'm just going to start with, I think I'm going to start with one of these little round beads, little round spacer beads. Put it on there. And then add one of these. And another spacer bead. Bead cap. Agate. I do believe I got these agates in the sister store at one point in time too. Alright, now probably 90% of what's here came from the bargain bead box store or an old bag. it on there. It's pushing something through. Looks like a rice husk. I have no idea what that is or why it's in there. Interesting. Oh, there's another one. I don't know where those come from. So this is what I've got. This simple little strung piece there. I'm going to add the jump ring with the little component that I made. Just add that right on there. And then do the same thing back. Spacer bead. This little twisty bead. Another spacer. And bead cap. These bead caps are really pretty. They're a really pretty little design on them. I like them a lot. So there's that. And then grab a few more of these. Wow, there's a lot of those coming out of the middle of that. That is bizarre. I don't know why they're in there. If anyone knows why they would be in there? Or what they even are? I'd be interested to know. Alright, almost done. Again, this whole set's pretty simple. Whoops, need my bead cap first. Guess there isn't one in that one. Now every time I put one through, I'm going to be like, what's coming out? Alright. So this is what we have. It's pretty. I like it. Alright. Now I did not get out was clamshells and crimp beads. And what did I do with my box of copper? Wheel? Oh, there it is. Too many containers. Alright, I'm going to get out a few of them because I don't know how many I will need. I don't believe I have any crimp tubes in copper. So, oops, juggling everything. Sorry about that. So I will just grab some of the gold ones and just use those. They're going to hide inside anyway. Nobody's ever going to see them. Maybe. I'm so well organized. Oh, here we go. Alright. We'll never see these anyway. They'll be right inside. Alright, so I'm going to do this end first. And I'm just going to drop on a clamshell. Fold side in first. Drop on a crimp bead. Give it a little squish. That was my wrist, not the bead. Sadly. Alright. And tip it all down to that end. Cut my knot off. Let gravity do its thing. And open up a clamshell. Put it on. Let it drop down to where the bead stopped. Put on my crimp bead. Whoop, maybe. Let that go down. So everything is just where gravity left it. Come in and grab it and give it a squeeze. Put on another one just for added security. Just in case one should crack or come off for any reason. And then we have a fight on our hands. Everything is a fight with me. All right, there we go. So there we go. That is kind of cute. Oh, shoot. And I missed a bead right there. Great. All right, well, I'm going to continue as is. We all know that's missing, and I will go back and fix it later. So when you do yours, do it this way, not this way. Oh, I got a little ahead of myself, I guess. So, chain. Let's see. I got this really pretty copper chain that came from the bargain bead box at one point in time. I can give you the number of it, but I don't think it's going to matter if they don't have it anymore. This has been quite a while. Most of the stuff has been probably out of stock now, but that was the 3x2 steel oval jewelry chain, wire number 75. So that was the chain. And I'm just going to attach one side, and then I'm just going to bring it around my neck, see where it hangs, see where I want it to be cut, rather than measuring it out, because I can tell better by putting it on and seeing where it hangs than I can by just giving it a measurement and going by there. I'm kind of picky about where my necklace, get it out, where my necklaces drop, where they drop to. I'm a little picky about the lengths, so personally, all right. I'm going to give it a cut, and then I will tell you what the length is. So the overall length of chain is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 and a half inches. And I'm just going to attach the other side. In there, close it. I know that didn't close quite right. These jump rings, oh gosh, they're awful. Alright, then I'm just going to put them together, bring it all the way up, and whoop, I had this into one, and these cutters are kind of magnetized, so things like to stick to them. There we go. And then I'm just going to add my clasp. more jump rings. And the clasp. It's hard to believe February's just about half over already. Well, it's really not, I guess. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but it won't be long. We'll be in the middle of February. It's Valentine's next week. I think it's next week. Kind of crazy. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the dates of Valentine's, you know, when it falls on and everything. I'm, you know, being single, it's really not a holiday that I care too much to keep track of. There. So other than the little minor mess up, which, you know, wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't mess something up, there you have it. So I like that. I think it looks really nice. And now we'll go on to the earrings. And I did already do one. This is what they will look like. Basically exactly like the yep, like the necklace. Get a couple of ear wires out. Set this to the side. Whoop, sorry about that. Just a little chain. And another one of these little pieces of hair wire. I'm really anxious for the February box to come out. Really interested in actually trying out some of the other bead subscriptions that are out there. I mean, I did the Annie's Attic one for a while, but honestly didn't care for that one too much. But I would like to try something different. Maybe Sam's. Or I like the Gina's bags, but you gotta be like quick to get them. Because hers are not a subscription. They're a, you know, once you post that they're coming out, you gotta get it or they're gonna be gone. Alright, let's get all this mess out of the way. There's my wrap. The sun is starting to come through my window. It's starting to blind me. I'd have to stop for a minute, pull my shade. So there's that one, all pretty. And we will do another, oops, get the right pins. Everything's scattered on my desk now. I'm such a messy worker. See if I can do a better job of it this time so that it doesn't look like I'm so inept. I'll try leaving it right on the tool this time, see what happens. I mean, the other one came out fine. A little messy wrap, but I don't really mind messy wrap too much, especially on something like this because, you know, it's not really all that visible. This is going to be a messy wrap too, I can tell. It's getting around that heart shape. It's such a pain in the butt sometimes. That's not too bad. I can live with that. Yeah, it's not so bad. Only 4 more leaves to go. For the bracelet. All right. And what did I have there for links? I had 3 and 2. So we do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thought I had smaller jump rings in copper, but when I went to find them, I only had these 6mm ones. I thought I had some really tiny 4mm ones. And I probably do somewhere. And I really don't like these jump rings. This is another one's from that batch of ones that overlap. That's better. It's just a tiny little amount, but it's just enough that it makes the closure wrong, and then it's either not closed tight enough or it's egg-shaped, which is not a pretty look for a jump ring unless you have oval jump rings. Which I know a lot of people swear by. I've never actually tried one. I might invest in some. That little bit, just that little bit, makes such a difference when it comes to closing them. Alright, now we are going to take a eye pin and one of these little spirally beads. And these are a good stiff pin, so I don't even need to make them. They're a really stiff pin, holy cow. So all I have to do is cut it and roll it with a simple loop. So there's that. Then just open up one end. Make sure I got the right side. 1, 2, right there, number 3. Oop, get it wrong. There we go. And there's that part. And we'll take another eye pin and a round spacer bead, bead cap, agate bead. This is a really pretty one. It's got a lot of marbling in it. If you see it, it's real pretty. Finding the hole, however, is always a challenge. There. And it's really just you know, that much. It's nothing too much to come up with to make. It's just very simple. Cut that off. Again, give it a roll. And open up the end. And attach them together. And the earring is complete. Now all you have to do is add an ear wire. And there's no right side or wrong side to these because everything just kind of flops around. So, and there we have it. A very pretty earring. Put that aside with the necklace. Put the ear wire on this one. Yeah. All right. Almost done. All right. Move some stuff out of the way again. So the heart is going to hang sideways on the bracelet because it's going to be strung like this, and I already wired one of these leaves. They're going to go like this, and if I was just wiring through them, they'd be fine like that, but I do want them to dangle, so I am going to wire wrap them, and then we'll have, I don't know how many of these we'll need. May not need all of them, might need more, I'm not really sure yet. Our bead caps, and our little gold spacer beads, copper spacer beads. Alright, and another piece of beading wire, which is now everywhere on my desk. I don't need a very big piece. I think I've got about 8 inches here. Try to make a knot, but you know. There. Alright. So, my question to myself is, where do I want to start? Do I want to start with the beads? Do I want to start? I think I want to start up here, that way I can adjust the amount of beads. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to add one of these little copper spacer beads. One of these. Another spacer bead. Oh, that one had one of those things in it too. It's really weird. I wonder if it's part of the process of milling when they make it all, you know, when they tumble it with stuff to make it shine or smooth or whatever, and it's, it gets stuck up in there. It's the only thing I can think of. Alright, a leaf. Another spacer bead. So this is what I've got so far. So I'm going to add another one of these. Another spacer bead. Alright, now I've got to wire the rest of these leaves. Probably should have done it first, but that's okay. We're going to do the rest of these, so we're going to need 3 more pieces of wire. I'm not going to make you sit through watching me wire wrap the rest of them. That's going to be the exact same process as the other 2 were. And I could probably do it a little quicker off screen because I can move out from under the camera. So I will be right back. Alright, I got the rest of these all wired up. So this is what we're looking at. Try to get it somewhat in there. There. So we're going to finish this one off. This is where we're at so far. So we're going to put another one of these on. And another spacer bead. And that's going to complete this half of the string-in process. So it's just this right here. And then we're going to add the bead, the heart bead. And then we're going to add another spacer bead, another one of our leaves, spacer bead. And I did turn the loop on these to the side so they would hang a little bit better. I thought that looked better when I was wiring them. I thought I should do that, so I did. And this piece is just about done. There we have that. Now the remainder of it is going to be these and then chain enclosure. I'm wondering if I want to end it here, put clamshells on it, and then do each of these individually with simple loops. I think it would look really nice, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to go ahead and add a bead cap, an agate bead, bead cap, spacer bead, bead cap, agate bead. I'd like to at least get 3 agate beads on. We'll see how long it's coming out at that point. That one's got a pretty stripe in it. Yeah, that's good. It's a pretty bead. Alright, another bead cap. And another spacer bead. My granddaughter was looking at these agate beads the other day. I had them laid out here, and she says, "Mimi, why do they have like dents and stuff in them? How come they're not all round?" I said, "Well, honey, because they're made of stone." And stone's not perfectly round. That, you know, they're going to be little spots where there's, you know, they'd have to go much smaller with the bead to get beyond any little imperfections. So that was her lesson for the day, I guess, in in gemstones. All right, let's see what we've got for length. Oh yeah, I could definitely add more. We're only at about 5.5 inches right there. So I can add another one. Good. I was hoping so. the hole in this one, however. There it is. All right. Measure it again. I want to do it really straight this time. I'm going to add one more. That should bring us just about 6 inches. So by the time we put the hardware on, and actually, maybe I don't want to, because I would like to have a piece of chain on the back side of it. No, I'm going to. Decisions. Designing on the fly. Okay, that's it for it though. So we do the clamshell thing again on this end. Oh, maybe get in there. Yeah. Trim that little end off. Bring my clamshell up. Close it. Get them lined up a little bit better. There we go. And drop everything to that end. Let gravity do its magic. Did I get it? No. There we go. All right. Okay. Now, I think that's pretty. I'm not going to have any chain link though. I wanted a section of chain in there, and it's probably not going to happen, but that's okay. That's alright. Still very, very pretty. Alright, let's work with putting on a toggle to begin with. And I think I do want to do 2 jump rings. To give it a little bit of distance from that clamshell. Again, I'm going to do my magic trim. Ooh, that one went flying. Oops, not what I wanted to do. All right, now I think, let me check it on my arm real quick. yeah, all I gotta do is add a toggle bar to it. And again, I want to add a couple of jump rings so the bar has some length. Sorry about bumping that camera. I should know better than to move away from it. So there's that one. We'll put that in there. Close it. And just one more jump ring and we're done. So if you're still with me, thank you. I'm fumbling over here trying to trim this jump ring off, so I apologize for being out of screen, but I'm having a little trouble getting this one to, there we go. Did not want to cut. Didn't come out quite right either, so I might have to go back with another one. Alright, good enough for now. Alright, so here is the bracelet, which I think come out really pretty. And if my fingers would work, I could close it. There we go. The bracelet and the necklace, which I will have to go back and fix. Evidently, I took the bead that was from the earring and got it mixed in with it, because that bead just shouldn't even be there. It should just be the two, and I ended up with an extra one in there for some reason. Whatever. It happens, I guess. Not to everybody, I guess, but me, for sure. That's okay. I don't care. And there it is. I hope it's in frame well enough. Yeah, good. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on it. There we go. And there's the necklace. I guess you can already see the bracelet pretty well. And the earrings. So yeah, there is the set. I hope y'all liked it. I hope you stuck with me through it. Yeah, and I hope it inspires you all to dig some stuff out of your stash and see what you can come up with. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Bye.